guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Abna Dankwa and welcome to the family. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips in terms of job hunting, job applications, the interview process and all that. So if you are interested in knowing more about this, then kindly stay tuned. Before we head on, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, and yeah, stay tuned. Let's get into it. So I have all the points listed here in this book to keep me on track. Now, because I live in Australia, some of these tips may be suited more to residents of Australia. However, I believe some of these are global and could be applied wherever it is that you find yourself. If you are a student, I would advise you to get internships. It's very important. I can tell you for a fact that internship is like gold. I got really good grades in school, but when it came down to me getting a job, it fell more on my experience as planner than my grades. Now, I'm not saying that getting good grades is not important. It helps because even if your employers do not ask you about your grades during the interview process, it is something that you personally can bring up in your presentation to them about how you strive for excellence and you strive to always put in your best in everything that you do. And then you could give an example of your performance in school. However, being in school is not all about just study. You have to get the work experience in. So when you go on vacation break, make sure that you find some internships. When I was in Ghana, I did some internships at Lands Commission because I am a valuer by profession because of my bachelor's degree, and then I did my master's in planning. So it's very important because it will build you up to know exactly what is expected of you in the practical side of things. When you're in school, sometimes these concepts can get a bit abstract and very theory based. So it helps to get internships so that you can know how you can apply the stuff that you learn in school to the workplace. It will shock you to know that sometimes the things that you learn in school, you might never come across them during the workplace, but it's all good, you know, you find what you can apply and you transfer the knowledge. So yes, get internships. Now, if you're here in Australia or anywhere else, I believe that you should check on employment websites. So here we have Seek, we have Indeed, and some other websites. You can check on these websites, filter the search button to maybe internship, voluntary work experience, and then these will give you the options. You apply for it. Also in uni as well, we have the career websites on the schools and platforms where you can also check out some of the opportunities that are available to you. Now, I say this to say that I know that it's very difficult to get internship opportunities, especially here in Australia. It's really to the grace of God for me to land one. I don't know how it happened. I applied for an internship in 2019, July, and I didn't get it. And in January 2020, I was just there and I got a call and they were like, hey, we have your CV and your cover letter in our system and we've seen that your experience is in line with the kind of person that we're looking for. Would you like to come in for an interview and then we can start you up with an internship program? That was in 2020. It came as a shock to me, but I mean, don't give up, keep on applying. Some of the companies, if they don't pick you, you're going to keep your details in their database and will alert you when an opportunity that is best suited for you comes up. So don't give up. Check the employment website, check your school's career websites, and ask around also, because sometimes these things are not posted, but you can have some friends or colleagues in the field that you are in who can be of help. The second point I would like to make is you should have a great cover letter and resume. Please do not be lazy about this. Getting an interview in itself is a whole process. They cannot see you, they don't know who you are. The only way they can get to know you is through your cover letter and your CV. That is what is representing you as a person. If you do not create one that is best suited for the job that you are applying for, then you will not even get a call back, not to talk of getting the role itself. Make sure you fine-tune your cover letter and your resume such that your employers can see that you are the best fit for the job that is available. Do not make generic cover letters and resumes. it can be very easy to create just one cover letter resume and just be shooting it out to different companies. It doesn't work. I don't know, sometimes it works for people, but I can tell you for a fact that it doesn't work. Each job comes with its own key requirements and position description. You have to read through and fine-tune your documents in such a way that it matches to what they are looking for. Research on the company. Tell them why you want to work for them. Tell them what you've seen about them that is making them like the best place that you could possibly work at. You have to make sure that each letter is related to the specific company and position that you are applying for. If you have a generic letter and you just send it across, it might match some jobs, it might not match the others. So make sure, don't be lazy. It sucks. It's a lot of work to be researching on each and every company that you apply for. But the end result would be, it will be productive. So please do not be lazy about this. Make sure that you fine-tune your cover letter and your resume. And yeah, you can get professional help. So if you are in uni, for instance, I went to the University of Queensland. We have professionals who are available to students to assist them in drafting their cover letter and their resume. They will help you, they will tell you how to structure it and all of that. Because the resume that I had in Ghana is way different from the one that I have in Australia. Because the positioning of education, key achievements, work experience, all those are a bit different. So you also have to know the country that you are living in and work accordingly. You can also, there are people who also provide these services, that's cover letter and resume. That's their job, to make sure that they write your cover letter and resume for you. So contact some of these, read reviews about them, contact them and get your cover letter and resume written for you. This point is extremely important. LinkedIn. Now, if you are connected, I can see some of my followers here are connected with me on LinkedIn. If you see, I'm not the most active person on LinkedIn, but I do my best to, post here and there. Now, LinkedIn is sort of your resume in an e-format. With the current world that we live in, when employers are looking for employees, they will Google you. They will go to your LinkedIn, they will go to your social media. So, just be careful what you put out there. And get on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn will give you access to job vacancies that are available. It will also give you access to your professional network, and it will also help you to keep abreast with the current news about your industry. So if you're not on LinkedIn, I advise that you create a profile, because LinkedIn has been very beneficial for me. Apart from the stuff that I learned in school, majority of the things I know about planning is because of some of the articles that I read from LinkedIn, articles posted by people within my professional network. And I've made a lot of friends, people I've never seen in my life before, yet we are always in communication because we have similar interests. And it will help you to break into the job market as well, because with these networks, they can, when you form friendships from LinkedIn, they can alert you if there is a vacancy in their job or in another job, you get the drift. So get on LinkedIn if you are not on LinkedIn. And also go to networking events. Join a professional platform. For me, in Australia, I'm a member of the Planning Institute of Australia. There's also statistical special services, a bunch of them that I've joined. And when you gain access to these platforms, it will help you to know some of the networking events that are happening. LinkedIn as well, some of your networks and your connections will post some events that are happening. You go for these events, you network with people, you connect to them on LinkedIn. People might not be comfortable to give you their number straight away, which is fine, but LinkedIn is a very good way to connect with people. So you make sure that you get in on board, get into the professional network. Here in Australia, and especially in planning, I can speak for planning because I am a planner. I tell you for a fact that if you don't break into the network, there are certain opportunities that you will never hear of. It's a pretty close-knit community. All the planners, all the people in the built environment industry, they know each other. They are friends. So if you want to get into it, you have to break into these networks. So yeah, one of the good ways to do that is to go for events. And if somebody had told me this like my first 6 months, because I think I started going for networking in my second semester, but I would have started right or when I started school, because it really helps to establish those connections early on, so that by the time you are done with school, you can know where the jobs are and channel your energy towards those. So go for networking events. School is not just about study. Go for networking events. Active in school, as I said, it was a good segue. School is not all about studying. Be active in school. I was a member of the UQ volunteer, and one particular job that I had, I was a UQ, University of Queensland mentor. So my job was to sort of help new students, incoming students, to get more acclimatized to the system and, you know, show them around where the hotspots are, coffee, lunch, and where the study spaces are, how to structure, make timetable, how to structure their study plan. You know, I enjoy doing those things because there were certain, how do I call it, steps that I took to ensure that I was always focused and disciplined, hence the good grades. So it's a planning system. You have to be disciplined. Showing people how to go about these things is something that I enjoyed. So I joined UQ volunteering. This was an extracurricular activity for me. Also, joined mentorships like Planning Institute of Australia. As I said, they have some mentorship programs. They assign mentees to some mentors, people who are already working and in the industry. And that's how you get into the whole job application. So the job hunting process is not just like sending your cover letter and your resume in and that is it. It starts from somewhere. You have to get in touch with your network, and then you gradually move into the job that you are destined for. Also, when you are applying for jobs, kindly keep a spreadsheet or a table in Word or whatever of all the jobs that you've applied for, the locations, and the particular role that you apply for. Because I found myself, sometimes I apply for some jobs, I forget to note them, and they call me and they're like, hi, we'd like to have an interview with you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, good, that's good. And then when I hung up, I was like, which company is that? But, you know, if you have the checklist, then you can tell exactly which position you apply for and all that. So make sure you keep a spreadsheet, help you to keep track of all the jobs that you will apply for. And also be prepared for your interviews. You know, research on the company, research on other employees. You can do that through LinkedIn. I'm not saying go and stalk them, but, you know, read the employee testimonials on the company website. Research on some questions and practice interview questions. I've been to quite a number of interviews. One of the most common interview questions that I've gotten is the most famous one, tell me about yourself. That question is quite daunting, but there's a process to it and you have to practice it. Like now, if you wake me up from my sleep and you ask me to tell you about myself, I can just say it without even thinking about it. Because I've practiced it so many times. So let me know if you want a video on how to prepare for interviews, some of the interview questions that you could possibly be asked. If you're interested in that, make sure to drop it down in the comment section and I will prepare a video like that for you. I think that is all for now. I don't want this video to be long. I mean, I'm sure that there are so many other tips that I can include in this video, but I believe that I've given you the, you know, surface level of it. And I wish you all the best as you look for a job. If you're not looking for a job and you're just watching this video just to know how the process is like, that's still fine. I wish you guys all the best in your career path and whatever it is that you intend on doing. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and kindly share it with your friends and your mates and all the other people who are currently looking for jobs, because it's not easy. But always remember that God has a plan for you. I mean, He did it for me, so He can definitely do it for you. And until my next video, take care. Bye.